Okay, so this final video we're going to talk about something called link velocity and what I call the snowball effect. All right. So there's always a discussion amongst SEO people of quality links versus the quantity of your links. So as I've mentioned in a couple of the videos before, a while ago, or not too distant past, you were able to just blast like tier 3 and tier 4 links at your money site and start ranking for keywords, especially some of the lower competition and middle of the road competition type keywords. And that's not really the case anymore. You can't really do that. But there is a way to utilize those links, like I mentioned before, and there's certainly a little strategy that I have that allows me to do that in sort of a out of the box way. So you've probably heard this before. Is don't build too many links too fast, or you'll get your website sandboxed in Google. I hear that all the time. I hear people talking about the dreaded Google sandbox. I hear people talking about, oh, I know so-and-so that got their website sandboxed. There isn't really a sandbox. It's called the supplemental index, and your website's actually indexed, but it is just so far out in left field that Google doesn't choose to show it in the search results, because why the heck would you want to go that far into the search rankings? So in that sense, there is a sandbox, and yes, I've gotten tons of test sites in the quote sandbox. One of the fun parts about my job is that I build websites for the specific purpose to see what I could do to them to get them sandboxed. So then you can obviously reverse engineer it, and then you'll know kind of what you can and can't do, and how far to push the envelope in some regards, and some things where you need to stay very conservative in. So the stuff I'm about to tell you is sort of derived from months and months and months and months of testing, I guess and just kind of seeing what worked and what didn't, and tracking a lot of different variables and a lot of nerd stuff. But basically what I'm getting at is the don't build too many links too fast, or you'll get your website sandboxed. That's only partly true. Okay, you can actually build a lot of links quickly if you just balance out the ratio of how many quality links you build versus the lower level, the quantity of the lower level links. Okay, so it's all about ratios, and that's what link velocity is all about. And it allows you to do some pretty aggressive stuff if you follow the formula the right way. All right, so SEO is basically math, right? It's linking diagrams. It's a lot of Google's algorithms math. It's a lot of nerd stuff, and the link velocity and what I call the snowball effect is essentially a math equation. That's really all it is. It's kind of like the word problems. It's not as cool as if a train leaves Nantucket at 3 o'clock and another train leaves Phoenix at 4 o'clock. What time will they meet in Chicago? Type word problems that we would have on our SATs. But hopefully it's a math equation that will make you money, and actually use some math that will be usable in the real world, as opposed to what we learned in high school. So it's basically, the equation is this: if you build X amount of quality backlinks, which would be tier 1 and tier 2, then that allows you to build X amount of lower quality backlinks, which would be tier 3 and tier 4. Okay? So just like compounding interest, which is we're all familiar with, especially with the financial downturn that our glorious country had over the past couple of years, compounding interest. The more quality backlinks you build, the greater ratio of lower quality backlinks you can build. Okay, let me repeat that. The more quality backlinks you build, the greater the ratio of lower quality backlinks you can build. So you're basically buying yourself the ability to build larger amounts of lower quality backlinks by posting higher quality backlinks. But it's not a 1-to-1 ratio, okay? So a real world example. So if I build 20 high quality links, that might equal, and then this is just starting brand new on a brand new website. If I go and I build 20 high quality backlinks, that might allow me to build 50 low quality backlinks. But then if I build 40 high quality backlinks, now because of compounding interest, I can build 150 to 200 lower quality backlinks, okay? And so on and so on. You know, you build 60 high quality, you could probably do 300 or 400. 80, you could probably do 1,000. And so on and so on. And the margins get larger and larger the more high quality links you build. Okay. So the goal of the high quality backlinks that you're building is really to just build credibility. Okay. And it goes back to what I was telling you, the whole part of tier 1 and tier 2 is to make your website become an authority in whatever niche you're in Google's eyes, okay? And for the high quality backlinks, don't even worry about what the anchor text says, or if there's even any anchor text at all. It could just be a straight link, which would be the example I have here, which is your typical HTTP www.whatever.com, okay? That's the only two goals of high quality backlinks for the snowball effect to work, okay? Is you're just building credibility and you just want links. You don't care if the anchor text says click here and it goes to your site. You don't care if there's no anchor text. Okay, all you're doing is you're building yourself a license to build other links. Now the goal of the lower quality links is this is where you get your anchor text recognition, okay, and link velocity. So if you're building the high quality links and you have kind of like a really solid link base, and then all of a sudden you start building the lower quality backlinks in higher numbers, generally tier 3 and tier 4 links, you have a lot of freedom as far as what your anchor text could be, okay? So that's where you start throwing out the words that you want to rank for. Now, let me preface this, and I probably should have put this in the slide. Don't forget what we already learned in the other videos about what happened now after the Penguin update. Okay, you still have to diversify your anchor text. Okay, just because you're building high quality links and now you have a freedom to build 500 or 1,000 low quality links, they can't be 500 or 1,000 links that all say the same word. Okay, so don't forget that. But this is where you would get your anchor text recognition. And then link velocity is basically what it sounds like. It's how fast are links being built. Now, if you do this the right way, and you're really smart about it, and you do some testing, a really interesting dynamic happens where you can basically fake Google out into thinking that something viral just happened on your website. Okay, so let's think about this for a second. I'm going off script here because I just thought about it that I should have put this in. What happens when something legitimately goes viral, right? It could be a funny YouTube video. It could be like a really provocative blog post that's politically heated or racial or just anything. Usually what happens is it gets linked to a ton really, really fast. 24 hours, a YouTube video goes from 0 to 400 million views. And that person's never had anybody look at their videos ever in the history of their YouTube channel. Okay, same thing with a blog post, press release, anything. It just starts getting links from all over the place really, really fast. So what you can do is you could basically fake out Google, where what I do, not in every case, but depending on what the keywords are and what kind of website I'm dealing with, is I'll stockpile my high quality backlinks for a little while. Okay, so I'll build 20 one day, wait another day, build 40 more, wait 2 more days, build 100, wait a day, build 20 more, whatever. I'll kind of sit on the high quality links and not do any low quality backlinking whatsoever. And then over the course of like 36 to 48 hours, I will just let the dogs loose on the low quality backlinks and get all the different anchor text variations that we talked about, encompassing every tool that was, or every level of tool that we went through in the SEO is not free video. Okay, so we'll use the Send, we would use the TriPro, we would use the SE Nuke, we would use all those types of things. We would just get links everywhere we possibly can within, like a 2-day period or a day and a half period. The fact that you have a high quality backlink base kind of puts you out of the realm in Google's eyes of this is spam, because they say, well, something must be going on because they have some really solid linking here, and now everybody and their grandmother's linking to them, and it's all about this one theme, and they're not spamming because it's not all the same anchor text, so something must be going on. And so what happens is you get this huge traffic spike, and you start ranking for stuff that you never thought you could rank for. Now, this is only temporary, okay? Your rankings will go down after a day or two, okay? But you can afford to do that process probably 3 times in a row. Give yourself a day or two in between. But when you calm down, when your rankings calm down, wait like half a week or a week. Do it, and you can do it again. You can do that about 3 times, and I wouldn't do it for a while. But if you know something's coming up, like hint, hint, if you know a product launch is coming up, or an affiliate contest, or something with your primary business, or whatever, you usually know about that ahead of time. Start stockpiling up your high quality backlinks, okay? And then, again, please be smart about what you're doing, but I'm telling you that you can kind of simulate a viral explosion temporarily to boost your traffic, okay? So you wouldn't be able to do that otherwise unless you really took into the ratio of quality to quantity. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. So that the link velocity is about how fast you build links. The snowball effect is the whole ratio of quality backlinks versus the quantity of lower backlinks, and how that ratio can get larger and larger and larger the more you start to build quality backlinks. That allows you to build more and more and more and more and more lower quality, okay? And you're able to do that if we have it down to a science where, depending on the keywords, we have sites ranking for words in 6 hours, 3 hours a day, depending on what it is, a month, whatever. But where a lot of SEO people are quoting 6 months, 12 months, sometimes we get them ranked in like 2 weeks. And it's all has to do with link velocity and the snowball effect. So we have a nice little system. So once you start messing around with it, maybe do it on a blog that you don't go get it like a Blogger blog or something like that. That's not your main site to practice this with. And I even do this. I even work on other people's websites that they don't even know that I'm working on it to test stuff. I don't suggest that you do that to your enemies or anything like that. What I like to try to do is I like to see people that are really working hard that might be on page 7, and I'll do something that I'm like 90% sure that it will work, and I'll do it on their blog first, and I hope that they get a nice little spike in traffic or a lot of YouTube views or whatever. But if you want to try it without kind of committing to doing something like this, because you might be a little uneasy about kind of going down this road, it might be a little bit aggressive. Go register a Blogspot blog or a WordPress.com blog or whatever. Do it on a Squidoo lens, or I think that's what they call them still, right? Lenses. Do it on that, and just to kind of get a feel for it, and then when you feel comfortable, then start to slowly do it on your own site. But I just wanted to kind of throw that out there. I don't really know anybody else talking about that. I don't want to say I invented it, but I was a group of a couple of people that invented it. I will just leave it at that. But so the final thing I want to talk about, and we said this already, the great tier 1 backlink source is Comment Love. I mentioned that in the SEO is not free video, and so what I'm going to do now, because this is like probably one of maybe 3 to 5 different ways that we get our quality backlinks in the snowball effect. We use comment, love, blog commenting. So for those of you who are not familiar with it, we're gonna break from this presentation video, and I'm gonna switch over to screen cap and kind of walk you through an example of what it looks like on a blog and what to do with it. And those of you that are familiar with it or use it, frequently, you will see something pretty interesting on how I've modified the way to use it, and you'll notice that mine doesn't look like yours. But again, that's another video. But anyway, so that's link velocity and snowball effects. Stay tuned. In just a second, I'm going to flip over, and then we'll get into showing you what comment love can do.